Good morning, buckaroos. I'm Ask Love Gigi.
And I'm Dermask.
And we're here to discuss commercials.
Some of the commercials have gotten a little bit more ridiculous over the years. You want to kick off?
Well, we have some favorite commercials that make us scratch our heads or just say, that's dumb.
First of all,
what about, they don't have this commercial anymore, but you may remember it. It's the Olive Garden commercial.
the sexual tension between the mother and son.
They're like sitting next to each other, right?
At a very small table that like a couple should have.
Right, and the mom's mentioning how dad's out of town.
So it's their night out.
And she's just like, so, have any girlfriends?
Yeah, it's
You can tell me. It was like really like, I think they're gonna go home and.
It sent a creepy vibe. And can you imagine if that was like a father and a daughter? If the father said, "So, you getting the meat stick from anybody at school?"
So, yeah, but it was a real weird commercial. And another one that they don't have anymore that I've noticed, and we saw it and both looked at each other like, "Oh my God, this is a horrible racial commercial,"
yeah,
and that's coming from us.
Yeah, we love things that are in bad taste, but
I think it was for Glade,
yeah, I think
some
it was
sort
Glade.
of air freshener, and it showed a white woman coming into a room, and she goes, what a lovely scent. Then it flashed to another scene where another white woman, this room smells so wonderful. Then, third scene,
a black woman comes in and takes now that's what I'm talking about. I mean,
like she may as well had a watermelon and a chicken leg
and said "hoobly doobly" before she said it. Like it was so blatantly. It's almost as bad as, and I know I'm just going to get off on a little tangent here. It's bad as those McDonald's commercials that they'd show you like a family eating and they play like nice music, and then they show a black man and they're eating like to the beat of the music.
Or it's like those commercials that are like, after a long day working, and then it shows like the white family, the mom, the dad, the two kids all sitting around the table, and mom's making dinner. Oh, had a hard day. Then it'll have the same thing for the black family, and it's like after a hard day, and it's like, where's dad? Mom's bringing home fast food here, thrown on the table.
Pookie wants seconds.
Yeah, some commercials are just out and out racist. Then you have what other commercial do we wonder? The funeral expense commercials where there's like just two busybodies making potato salad while there's some widower in the other room.
There also one was a bunch of
cafeteria
ladies.
And they're just like, of course, being in everyone's business. I'm worried about Larry. How's he gonna afford that? I know. Like, just make the poor guy some potato salad. Don't get on his business.
Right, and not for nothing, but like then there's the people. They usually show the people like sitting at the table, like, and they're not talking, they're thinking. But you go, how am I going to pay for my final expenses? I don't want to burden my family. Fuck your family. That's what that's for.
Their problem.
You're dead. They could. When I'm dead, they can dress me up like a clown, put a whistle in my mouth, and squeeze my ass to make a like that's up to them.
Guess what? You leave any extra money to your family for final expenses. That final expense is going to include cocaine and hookers
and a jet ski.
It was a final expense. I had to deal with my
great aunt's
grief
death
somehow. Yeah. What's another one? The commercial for Viagra. These women have been through enough. They've been banging you for like 20 plus years. Finally, you can't get it up anymore. So they're like, great, I have time to knit.
I can start that exercise regimen I've been putting off. I can take up canoeing.
I can go to my book club more often.
Right. I can Nope.
Nope, because guess what? There's a pill that's going to make your freaking 70-something-year-old husband, boing, it's time. And almost, it could even happen for 4 hours or so, but go to the hospital if it does. But these commercials, it shows like a lady, oh, I'm finally getting to sit on my porch and do this crossword puzzle. Nope, because here comes boned up Charlie. And he's just like, and she's just like, can I finish my crossword?
No, you're coming with me.
Hey, better start up Sudoku.
Yeah, he like bear claws her into the bedroom.
Another lady, she's just in her kitchen trying to stir some sauce up, and he comes like creepy around the corner, like, ooh. Comes up behind her.
Want a piece of that?
She's like, oh, great, it's back. Guess I better turn off my pot of sauce now for the 8th time. Jasper can't get rid of his goddamn hard-on. What was the other one? It was just like, it's just basically the commercial is men who have ragers that interrupt their wives' otherwise nice life. Oh, stop what you're doing. Hey, pinch that turd off. I got one. You know, like, leave them alone. Like, goddamn. It's so annoying. The other annoying commercial is...
Bad feet.
Oh, gross. All those nasty
Let me tell you something.
Commercials.
There is almost nothing more disgusting than gross feet with fungus on it. I'd rather look at like a disease-ridden asshole than look at bad feet.
Why do they not flash like some sort of warning?
Like you're trying to eat like your corn chips and they put like that disgusting cracking heel on the woman that looks like she came out of the bathtub from The Shining.
Her cracked, gross feet, and then they take that cheese grater that's like you're at a nice Italian restaurant, or
it looks like Asiago cheese.
Would you like some cheese? Oh, we'll shave some off for you. That's what I think of now because they just show toe fungus, and then it's just like yellow.
Can't they show a cartoon of that? Like when they showed the tampon commercials, they pour blue liquid. They don't pour red liquid. Can you show a cartoon foot?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to show a nasty foot. Why don't you just show, like, herpes got you down, and then we'll show, like, ah.
Yeah.
Like just show a vagina. I'd rather eat and look at, like,
a disease-ridden vagina. Pig. Yeah, exactly. That is really disgusting.
It's really nasty. And I'm saying
and everybody knows where those products are.
Right.
Like if I have a shitty foot, I'm going to go to the pharmacist and ask for the best kind. I'm not going to let the commercial, like, I saw the one with the foot on fire, you know, and the toe was talking to the other toe. I'm not going to go with that one. It's like
look like you're in pain. Yeah, use new foot away.
Yeah.
But also, speaking of going to the store for products, you know what? This is a tough economy. People want to save a few pennies buying generic brands that are just as good. But you know what? When you spend $5 more, you get a fancy asshole cream that doesn't let on to what your problem is. It just says like, Bobley Busasol.
Oh, you're talking about anti-diarrheal and ammonium AD?
Yeah, but then if you want to spend if you want to save $3, you just get like a white box that says like itchy ass cream. So you're like, I'll take this pack of Trident and this.
Right.
By like foot fungus.
Yeah, like for Imodium AD says Imodium AD.
Imodium AD.
AD, that's like $7. But if you pay $4, you can get anti-diarrheal for
so
every.
Be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you make it fast as you can read?
By the way, a little drinker tip: always pop an Imodium before you go out drinking.
Wow, that's
because it'll plug up. You won't get the shits or anything while you're out, because that could really put a damper on your night or afternoon.
Speaking of nasty things, what we've learned from the Charmin commercials is that bears have the worst bathroom habits. There's always bears with dingleberries, bears that can't wipe or reach their ass.
Well, according to our foot thing, why don't they just show an unclean asshole getting wiped?
Unclean ass getting you down?
Yeah.
Mm. But I like the latest Charmin commercial, and it's like the one bear is just like bitching. You're using too much toilet paper. Are you using enough toilet paper? You're not using enough. Anyway, apparently, and this was a big news flash. You don't have. It's like how to get a clean underwear. You can either
wipe enough,
wash them, or you can use this new brand of toilet paper. I didn't know it was an either or. I thought like even though you wipe your ass till there's
blood
on the paper, till there's nothing on the paper, you would still wash your underwear. But apparently...
Well, not only that, like, I really don't need according to those bears, I don't really need an ass-wiping coach knocking on the door. Are you done wiping your asshole? Are you using enough paper? Why don't you go fuck off, and then I'll show you my ass when I'm done.
That's why you get married, so somebody can bug you outside of the shit.
Yeah, go have a discussion with the foreman while I'm done wiping my asshole.
By the way, did you see that there's a product out now? It's like the poo stool or something, or the stool, because we're the only assholes that don't crap in a squat position. So that's why we're always on the toilet, and by we I mean me going It's because we're not in a proper position. So they have this new stool that you could prop your feet up on, and then all the stars are lined up, and it's just like, oh shit balls, I spilled my coffee on me. All the stars are lined up, and it's just like shit central. But anyways, they should just like stack up books like I do, while I hang on to the towel bar and pray to God to make it out. When I go to the bathroom, my bowels are so irritated. It's like I'm in a pit. That's where my mind goes to, where I'm just begging. I'm promising anything to just make it stop. Like, please. All right. Anyways, that was my little.
And this one. This is something I noticed right away. I think the TV was on mute and I'm talking on the phone. And I turn to Gigi and I say, who's this buck-toothed chick that looks like she can spit a chiclet out through the middle of her teeth? And it just said, get the London look, and then basically eat an apple through a picket fence smile. And then Gigi informs me that it's...
Oh, get the London look. That's, that's Mick Jagger's daughter, and then we were like, oh, well, that explains it all, because she doesn't really have like supermodel looks. It's like, how did that girl get plucked out from all the girls to get this national campaign?
Because she's in her room on her iPhone. Daddy, I want to be a model on the telly.
Oh, all right, Georgia. I'll make a few calls for you. Make it now, Daddy. I want to be a model now. Well, Georgia, now, love, you wanted to be a brain surgeon yesterday and help burn victims, so I made some calls for you. I know, Daddy, but those people are so ugly with all the scabs.
What about the racehorse I bought you? I thought you wanted to win Grand National.
They said I couldn't race a pink pony. I want to be a model. That's completely how it
That's pretty much
goes down.
exactly how it happened, because there's no earthly way that... I mean, she's not ugly, but she should not be a model. There's just no way.
No.
Especially with... And if that's the London look, I'm never going to fucking London.
Get the London look.
Yeah, get the London look, and then they just show a contorted elephant man head.
Who is sexy?
Who was from London.
Oh, hello. Yeah, and
Get the London look.
the other commercial I laugh at is the one where the lady is taking a hike in the woods, and she's all sassy and stuff, and she goes, I'm only in my 60s. I got a lot of life ahead. You know what? You don't.
According to what statistics? According to statistics, you shouldn't even buy green bananas.
Did you find some weird cocoon we don't know about?
Are you drinking that green Asahi tea or whatever they call it that only in Okinawa they live to be 108?
Kid, don't think, because you treat your bruises with frickin' echinacea and you wipe with a palm leaf that you're doing in your body any favors. You're gonna die, lady. The 60s isn't the new 30s, that's bullshit they get you to do to smooth your pussy wrinkle cream.
And along those lines, they have those commercials like, a new tea extract has been found in Okinawa where the residents live to be 106. Yeah, if you try it now, you're not going to live to be 106. You think you're going to erase years of McDonald's and abuse and beer and God knows what else you put into your system?
Start doing studies where you're feeding it to 5-year-olds and see what happens, because they have then they flash to the Testament and the guy's like
60. Yeah, he's like 60 with a cane. I don't even need my cane anymore.
And by the way, the hurricane, It's the slowpoke cane. And I call bullshit that woman's like, everywhere I go with my hurricane, I get stopped. No, you get walked around because you're going so freaking slow.
In your head movies, people are talking to you about your cane.
Everyone wants to know, where did you get that? No, they want to know, where the hell did you get that? Get
and
out.
You're evidently not in a hurry, so move out of the fucking way.
This is the lady that stands there on the little skywalk in the people mover in the airport.
And she can take her hand, and she can take her hand away from her cane to look at her flight ticket.
This is the person we're stuck behind, where Durmask is just like heavily sighing into the back of their neck, and I'm like, be nice, you have a cane. The hurricane my ass. And then at the diner, when she's like, I gotta go take a shit, I'll be right back. And then she's like,
and the husband looks really impressed.
Like,
I'm glad I married her.
She's still got those hand skills,
right?
You know what I mean? Wrapping it up, what other commercial do we always bitch about? Oh, the Kia commercial where it shows like some hot girl
who evidently was not anything to look at in high school, because they're talking about, remember the girl in high school that always put her nose in a book? Remember the girl in high school that used to douche with turpentine?
Remember the girl in high school who used to make cry at every dance? Remember the girl in high
Remember
school?
the girl in high school that had a cleft lip?
Remember the girl in high school who used to pass in the hall and go,
remember the girl in high school that had an abscessed tooth and pus in her ear?
Remember the girl in high school you had the guy ask out on a date, and then all the popular girls went, ha, burn.
Well, guess what? Now she drives a fucking Kia.
That's right, a Kia.
So Kia went from the hamsters that used to be in their commercials, which I don't understand what the lure is to a Kia, that hamsters drive it.
To like a hot girl
and play instruments.
Clearly mental.
Yeah, she's hot. Maybe I'll see her in the fucking waiting room of the repair shop, because I owned a Kia. What a piece of fucking shit.
Now this girl's on her way to her 10-year class reunion, and she's like, I'm going to show them. Where's my keys to the Kia?
Yeah, bring the Kia around if it'll make it.
So then all the girls that used to make fun of you can be like, here she comes. Oh my God, she's actually having the valet park her Kia.
The valet drivers drive Hondas themselves.
oh, can't wait to talk to her. And then she walks in like,
I wouldn't go to a class reunion unless I was a billionaire, so I could shove it up everyone's asshole. There's no way I'm fucking rattling up in a Kia that's making noises and shit.
Hope my damper pull off.
Yeah, by the way, the Kia worked fine until it was paid for. Then parts literally fell off of it. And then when I got those replaced, those parts fell off a week later. So fuck you, Kia. Fuck you, Kia of America.
He was
you
so
suck
happy.
Cock.
He was so happy he didn't have to make another car payment. And you hear like people go, oh, it's going to fall apart.
And you're like, that's not going to fucking happen.
That's just what people say.
That's bullshit.
But he's just like, I'm going to have an extra however much money a month. Literally. I think you didn't have to make one. You went a month without one.
I went a week.
You went a week after the final tab was paid.
Like I just got in the mail. I just got the title.
And it wasn't like a little hose or anything. It was like $2,000 at a pop.
Yeah, I spent like $3,800 in a 3-week period.
And to add insult to injury, the place you took the car to fix it stole the change out of the change jar. That's just like no reach around and no Vaseline when we're reaming you. But anyways, did we get everything that we wanted to talk about? Oh no, I saw a commercial and it was on the Old Folks channel, which is also where I saw the Stool.
And the Florence Henderson show.
I love the Florence Henderson show, and when she passes away, I hope it's never.
Yeah, I have a good time watching that show because they sell like big button phones, and order right now and you'll get the playing cards that are the size of a fucking menu.
And maybe you can play them when your husband's not trying to stiff it to you with his Viagra. But there was the saddest commercial. Oh, no. It starts out with a little girl jumping out of bed, excited like it was Christmas morning. Pitter patter, pitter patter. She runs downstairs. Grandma, do we have a pet? No, dear. It's Pretty Polly, and it's a life-size parakeet that just sits on a perch, and
it turns its head like this and tweets.
And it's pretty much marketed to old people who can't afford a pet, can't take care of a pet.
Yeah, it's like you won't have to have the expense of raising a bird. Let me tell you something. We own 2 birds. What do we go? Once a month we spend $30 on food.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's even less frequent than that.
Well, still, when you're old, unless like the hiking chick, you're going to live to be 150. Do you really want? Grandma's gonna fall down the stairs or keel over, and then you're just gonna have a live bird in the cage going, I need food.
Then you just gotta wait till the battery run out. But
yeah, but it's basically, they should just call this thing the Eleanor Rigby, because it's for all the lonely people, and then they can't afford it. But then this one scene,
they have a cage.
They've got a huge cage that they put this one fake bird in.
By the way, those
cages, like, oh, how you doing
those
today,
cages
Polly?
are like $60.
How you doing, Polly?
And
yeah, and then, let's pass it around, and you don't have to worry about bird shit. And they should really, if they were smart, because marketing it to old people is really just one segment. They should market it to hoarders.
yeah,
Because then you could have like 50 of them, and you don't have to worry about eventually you're going to step on them or find them like flat as a piece of paper. Oh, I was looking for that cat. Like underneath your box of old tampon receipts that you can't frickin' throw out.
by the way, that fake bird, I don't mean to interrupt, but
okay.
you could see those fake birds in action in the George Romero Land of the Dead.
Ooh.
They are in the lobby, the fake birds, to make ambiance.
I like those birds that they're fake birds, but they repeat what you say, because that's fun to go into the stores and be like, fuck you, fatty, and then leave. And then the next time somebody walks by, the bird's like, fuck you, fatty.
We used to do that with, they had those cars, like they were either like fire engines or police cars, and you could press a button and record something.
Mm-hmm.
So my friends and I would have contests of who could put the more disturbing thing, and then hey, go up the car all the way on the end, push the talk button. So mine, I used to always have mine say, your mother doesn't love you if you don't buy me.
Wow.
And then my friends would put things like, I am Satan, worship me. Which I always thought was like great, because you know the kid's going to, Mommy, the car said that you don't love me. I don't, asshole, let's go.
I don't. Let's go.
The car was right.
Speaking of going, let's blow this popsicle stand.
So anyway, maybe there's some commercials that you can remember.
Leave us comments.
Like here's a teaser commercial. Do you remember the one, and I know you do, Gigi,
Lifetime lift.
the one where the old man and I would guess his grandson are in a canoe?
Is this a PSA?
Yes, and it was like, Grandpa, Jimmy said I was prejudiced. What's prejudice mean? Do you remember that commercial?
Yes.
If anybody else out there remembers it, should we finish the commercial?
No, because we can do a separate thing on PSAs, because
Okay.
I have one about lead paint.
We're going to leave you hanging with that one. So our next installment, PSAs.
Ooh.
So
Exciting. All right. Well, thanks for sticking around, if indeed you did. And we'll talk to you soon. You can find us on Twitter. I'm at AskLoveGigi.
And I'm at Ask Dermask.
Leave us some comments about what your favorite commercial is. And by the way, you guys is retards is not an actual commercial.
Right.
So thanks for that. No,
Okay.
bye.
Bye-bye.